Hook is just nuts, man, in his ability to write lyrics. He'll go in there for 10, 15 minutes and come out and it's I's dotted, T's crossed, everything's good to go. The lyrics are crushing. He's got the melody, he's got the hook, he's got the harmonies, he knows where he wants the doubles to happen. You're just like, okay, yeah. You know, it's just like, you're kind of like praises and just like bigging him up because you're like, damn, I don't know anyone else who just can rattle shit off like that.
I've played with a lot of singers, a lot of musicians, and I've never, I feel like the best one is in our band. I've never seen somebody be able to knock out song after song after song like he does. It's unbelievable. It really is. Just when you think like it can't get any better, it's like he just pulls another one out of his hat.
There's a reason why we didn't necessarily need to hire like an extra gun, you know, this time, and that reason is sitting right here, you know what I mean? And you know, we all have our little areas of expertise, but Goody has a more extensive knowledge of production and engineering that, you know, we just don't have. And you know, how many records have you done? You know, you've done a bunch of Panda records.
Making records for 20 years now.
So yeah, it's like, you know, we considered having some other hands, and it just turned out we don't need it.
Goodwin is just a beast, to say the least, you know, just production, instruments. So with his experience and just all of us, and like, we know what we want, we kind of feel more direction. He's my brother, but I also, you know, he's like also a mentor to us too.
He joined the band and we just like went up like 10 notches instantly. He does everything. I mean, he's the man. He's a beast in the studio, creativity, on the, you know, he plays everything. I mean, he's really an unbelievable musician. So it's a blessing to have him in the group.
Crash, crash, crack-a-dooga-dooga, crash. So G, it'll be on this second phrase. Anytime we're cutting stuff, get Gary on the kit and you just like mouth him the rhythm. He sits in here, he hears it one time, he's like, all right, send it to me, we're gonna go cut. And he'll take the first pass at it after hearing it once. Typically he goes in there first time and boom, he's done. Try flipping your stick and using the butt end. Try and get a little meat, more meat.
Maybe even on the tom live, like do 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 da do 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 da, you know.
What are we waiting on? We can cross this sea.
That sounds dope. Jay comes in on the bass, sort of give him a little like idea on something to riff off of, and the thunder's laid down. And you're like, okay, guitar decks, keys, you know. Stay on that.
I think that if you separate any one of us from the band, you know, and it's like that for every band, you know, but like if you take me by myself, you know, I'm just a part, you know, this 1/4 of the movement, you know. There's not much that, you know, I'm gonna be doing on my own. Like it takes all four of us to make a movement record.
I feel like we're exactly where we want to be. You know, there's different labels out there and companies that can represent your band, but Reed is such a hard worker, and he's always plugging away at something, you know. You know, and it's just we're all pretty stoked with where we are and who we're with.
The music that we make now, where our heads are at, just the whole vibe of the movement in general, this new record, where our careers are going, where the music's going, where tours are gonna be going when it comes back in, has a lot to do with him, but it has a lot to do with us just, you know, growing up and realizing that, you know, if we wanted this to go somewhere, we had to step up our game, and I'm super happy that we're all here making music still. And as we were doing that acoustic stuff, he was like, you know, setting up the mic, and I just go, we have the best fucking job in the world. And he goes, wait, what'd you say? I said, we had the best one. I said something like, this is such a great job or something. And you're like, it doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't. I mean, there's nowhere that we'd rather be right now, and when we're touring, there's nowhere, you know, we'd rather be either. So super blessed, always you know, saying prayers, you know, and just saying thank you that we get to live this life.
You do it because you love it, you know, and it's not for fame or ego or anything. It's like real musicians and real artists do it because that's their heartbeat, you know, and the pace of their soul. So that's something that always keeps me grounded, you know. It's like we were doing it in the basement, just playing for ourselves and having a good time. And if you hold on to that, you know, it's whether you win a Grammy or whatever, it's just like doing it from the heart and soul. You're good.
There's no way this record could have been created 2 years ago, and there's no way this record would have been created 2 years from now. It really is a culmination of the times and where we are in our personal journeys, and where we are collectively as a band, and what's going on in the world. I mean, talk about a wild time to be a human being, and a wild time to see the evolution and de-evolution of humanity, and what that makes you feel. Like, we've never lived through a pandemic before. Being able to create and release, you know, music is such a release. It's a release for us, but we hope it is a release and a place of sanctity for the listener. And that's why we create it. I think when we were younger, it was about us in some essence. It was about, I want to be great. I want to write amazing tunes. I want to, you know, it's this I type thing. And now I think our feeling really, truly is, wow, we're so blessed for this not to be about us at all. We're so blessed to, like, come to the world with an offering and say, we really hope that this can get you through a tough time. We really hope that this can give you hope and inspiration.